Hello, good morning. Okay, so today I'd like to talk about comparing yourself to others. And I'd like to start it off with a few quotes. The first one is by Mark Twain. It goes, comparison is the thief of joy. Okay, so there's another quote. Comparison is a thug that robs your joy, but it's even more than that. Comparison is a thug who beats down somebody or your soul. And that's by Ann Voskamp. Hey, Ernell, how's it going? So those are a couple of quotes to get started. But why do we compare ourselves to others? Well, I think part of the reason is because of the media, right? In the papers and stuff, it says, you need to eat this to have energy, or to look your best, you have to use this, or you need this car to be successful, right? So a lot of it's the media. But on social media as well, a lot of people get hung up on how many followers they have, how many likes they have, which I feel is utter nonsense, right? Some of the biggest people who have the most followers, not always, but they do buy them, right? Like I could go out now, spend like $500 and get a whole bunch of followers. But what good is it going to do me? Nobody's going to answer me. Nobody's going to look at what I'm doing. It's just like a symbol, right? So it doesn't mean anything. So now I'd like to talk to you about some of my own experiences. Okay, about comparison. So recently I had my left knee replaced. So the first time I had my knee replaced was the left knee. So after that, I had problems straightening my knee. Like I could bend my knee, but when I stood up, my knee, I don't know how to describe it, right? So imagine a knee bending a little, right? That's how I was. And I couldn't get it to go back. So I had to do a lot of work on it. I had to support that knee on a foam roller with weight on around my knee for a few minutes, and then I'd let my knee down to the floor. So I do that 15 minutes a day, 3 or 4 times a day, right? And it was extremely painful. But at the end of it, it worked out fine, and my leg is now straight. But I had to go through all that to get it straight. Now I have just had my right knee done, and it's almost the exact opposite. This knee is straight, but now I can't bend it very much, right? I can bend it, and I'm doing good where I should be in physiotherapy, but I can't walk very far. In fact, I'm not allowed to walk very far. So taking that just in myself, there's totally different scenarios, right? And that's just me. That's not somebody else. That's me. Okay, so when I was younger, I used to compare myself to others, but I used to down compare, right? That's sort of where you go, well, I'm not the worst in the class. There's other kids who are worse than me. So, I'm better than they are, right? And you tell your parents that you weren't the worst in the class. But of course, they didn't go for that. But anyway, as time grew on, then I began to compare myself to others, up comparing, right? Well, they got this nice car, or they got, this great job, right? How did they get that great job? But what you don't realize sometimes is their parents might have had connections to get them that job. They didn't get it on their own. Somebody else helped them, right? So you got to remember that as well. Sometimes when people look like everything's going fine for them, somebody else helped them along the way, right? Nobody gets anywhere without somebody helping you, right? So remember that. Remember, somewhere along the line, somebody helped those people out. Okay, so what are a few things you can do to stop comparing yourself to others? Well, I'm going to start that off with a couple of quotes again, because I love quotes. So first one is the only person you should try to be better than is who you were yesterday. And that's unknown. The other one is personality begins where comparison leaves off. Be unique, be memorable, be confident, and be proud. And that's by Shannon Alden. Okay, so those two right there are pretty good quotes, like be better than you were yesterday, right? Compare yourself to you, right? But don't get hung up if you haven't changed in a year. So just keep going and know that you're going to be better than you were before, right? So another way of doing that is to visualize yourself, right? Picture where you want to be, what you want to be like. And I recommend doing this for maybe a couple of minutes a day at first. So imagine what the perfect version of you is, okay? And then compare yourself to that and keep striving to be like that. And then every day up the amount of time you visualize yourself being the perfect person, right? Ideally, you want to be around 15 minutes of visualizing. Another way is to set your own goals, not somebody else's goals, not what you think they want, but your own goals, and compare yourself against those goals, right? Like I had goals, like I made videos, right? I could make videos. Then my next goal is to do live, because when I do a live, you know, if I make a mistake, that's it. Everybody can see it, right? So I was scared to do lives. I wasn't scared to do videos, but I was scared of doing lives because it's like the whole world's watching, right? I got nervous. Now I'm still nervous, but not as much as I was when I first started, right? So I'm improving, and that's what I'm talking about. Set goals for yourself and compare yourself to yourself. The third thing is to use those people's success as your motivation, right? So what I mean by that is see what they've done and then, you know, copy it, right? Like, go, okay, well, we're all humans. If they did it, I can do it too. Instead of being envious and, you know, disgruntled about your lot in life, see how they've done it. Maybe even reach out to them and say, like, wow, you look, you know, I really liked how you did that. Can you please tell me what you did to do that? Chances are they will probably help you out. Not always, but, you know, 80% of the time, people will help you out. So instead of, you know, feeling all angry about it, just reach out to them. So those are a few ways that you can stop comparing yourself to others. One more, gratitude. Be grateful for what you have yourself, right? If you're grateful for what you have, you will get more. And then, you know, be grateful for what you have. You're sort of stop comparing yourself to others. Anyway, so that's it for what I got. Have an awesome day. Thanks, Arnell, for watching. Take care.